Hey, we're Mets.
Oh, Ryan and Collins.
You're watching PDX Spotlight.
Can't stand the way you're at, can't go back to where you're from. I think it's time that you head out west, gonna take you out to Oregon. Don't matter where you've been, and don't matter what you're running from. A lot of people just like you gonna make your way to Oregon. Make a move and make a stand, gonna hit the road and run. Might even change your name when you get out to Oregon. Get on your feet and let's make it high in the sun. Jordan now, cause the rain's coming, gonna be some rain in Oregon.
Welcome to PX Spotlight. I'm your host, Natasha Haynes, and tonight we are at Opal Studio with Mets, Ryan, and Collins. How's it going, guys?
It's going good.
So you guys just dropped this new EP back in February. The songs that we're hearing on the album are just a one-time through kind of a deal.
Yeah, well, so when we were talking about that, we wanted to do something different, so we decided that we would record to tape. So, and then we wanted to make a vinyl record. You know, it was something new, and it's the right time for that too. So we talked with Kevin, and we kind of put it together, and we found a place where that had the gear and a big open room, and we recorded the rhythm tracks, like bass guitar and drums, like live, like all in one room, the bleed, like no click track, and just did it. And it's cool, you know, I mean, like, it was really high fidelity, like, we really labored over getting, like, just the right tones, and there are very few overdubs, so it's very honest, it's very raw, which is cool. Yeah.
Plus, I think we all gravitate towards old school rock and roll, so it was just natural to kind of go the old school direction with reel-to-reel tape and not, you know, click tracks and loops and all that kind of thing, just real raw, old school rock and roll. So.
It was a lot of fun to do.
And there's that too.
Yeah.
You've been documenting your recording process through webisodes online. How was that? Why choose to show us what you're doing in the studio?
Well, we thought the process was kind of cool. It was kind of unique the way that we did it. So we were fortunate enough, we got a couple of our friends like Scott and Eric that were helping us out, and like we've actually recorded like every show. We've filmed everything that we've ever done, basically. And we're really fortunate in that sense that this is like the most documented music project I've ever been in. And so it was cool. We just figured we'd share the process because, you know, there's a ton of music coming out, but not a lot of it being done this way because it's very labor intensive and it's really hard to edit. You know, I mean, it's unless you know what you're doing, it's really expensive to do. Luckily, we were able to like go in there with a pretty clear vision in mind and just like knocked it out. You know.
And you guys were so serious in all of those tapes. So
Oh yeah.
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 how do you find a balance between saying, all right, now it's time to get to where we got to cut the jokes, or do you? Is it necessary? Like,
I think so. I mean, when the red light goes on, when it's time to record, it's time to like execute. You know, like
Yeah. You dig in and get in the zone.
yeah.
Then as soon as the light's off, it's on.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all friends, and it's like all of our friends that are involved, all these jokers, and so it's fun. But at the same time, everybody's also pressing, you know, pushing to make like really great music, and that requires some concentration and some thought.
I mean, we're
you know?
pushing ourselves, we're pushing each other, we're getting pushed by people, you know, helping us create this. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, everybody involved wants it to be the best thing that
Right.
they're doing like ever. So you know, there's I don't want to say a lot of pressure. I mean, it's just everybody kind of steps up to the occasion. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting up, going to town. You're coming with me, ain't fooling around. Lock the door, set the chain. They say you can't take it with you. They say you can't take it with you and can't take it back. They say to enjoy it now. Well, I'm right on track. They say you can't take it with you and can't take it back. They say to enjoy it now. Well, I'm right on track. Right on track.
What else goes into making good music?
We're writing songs about stuff that we're into in the way that we want to do it, and it's not like we planned ahead and said like what would be cool and what would be commercially viable in 2015. It was just like, this is what I think is cool right now. Like let's make a rock record and let's do it. Let's put it on vinyl. Let's I just wanted to like make a great record and show it to my friends. It'd be nice if everybody liked it, and so far the response to it's been great, but at the end of the day, like, it was very genuine in the sense that, like, I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I thought it was cool, and here it is. I made this thing, with my friends.
Well, I think when you make music for yourselves, there's going to be other people out there that have those same, tastes in music and influences, and they're going to get into it too, so you don't try to project what, like Joff was saying, what people will think is going to be acceptable and popular. You just do what you feel. And there's going to be millions of others out there that get it too, Yeah.
Plus, none of us had ever recorded like this before either, so.
Well, it was something to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
It was sort of.
I've never done an album.
It was more
vinyl.
challenging to do it that way, and we had to, I don't know. I never made a record before, so
True.
we did it that way. It was like, this will be fun, and granted, I think it's a really cool thing. I think the time is right for that. If we tried to make a record 15 years ago, people would have thought we were crazy. But right now, it's cool. Turntables are back, and it was our time to do it because we just wanted to make one. So.
Why do you think the record is making a comeback?
I think it's about sound quality. There's more of a warmth to an actual vinyl album than, say, an MP3 that's saturated and processed and compressed too much. Hopefully it's more than just a trend. I think people are just gravitating towards that technology because it's just so fun to put a record on a turntable and kick back and...
It just sounds warmer, I think.
It sounds better. There's like a tactile sense to it as well. You buy a record and you can, it's a piece of art in and of itself.
Right.
The artwork that we had our buddy Merrill do was like killer, it was great. There's you can look at it and get different things. If you read it closely, like there's cool stuff on there. And, it's much more satisfying, I think, than buying an MP3. So I felt like the album, like the vinyl part of it, was just a piece of art unto itself. It came with a download card. I don't expect people to a lot of people probably aren't ever going to put that on a turntable, but the people that are, it's cool. And I put it on mine as soon as I got it back. I was like, open the box, I was like, put it on there. I was like, yeah.
Please.
When I first met you, sparks flew, and I know you felt it, 'cause I felt
would you say is like your single on that E EP?
Probably the first song, Oregon. It was, that was the one that we put out a video for that prior to putting the album out, and it's cool. I mean, I like all the songs a lot, like really feel them, but that's been really well received. We put it out, and like it got to like the Trailblazers, and I found out that they had played it at a game on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends were like blowing up our phones, like, dude, this thing happened.
You guys didn't even know?
I kind of thought it was a joke at first. I was like, come on.
Yeah, somebody posted a picture
You know
of
what
it.
I mean?
Right.
Somebody posted a picture of it on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
It said Mets Ryan Collins, and it was the scoreboard at the Trailblazers game, and it had our song. I'm like, what? And yeah, they've used it at a few home games actually. So
Yeah, that's
it's been
cool.
really
man.
cool.
And then tonight we heard, for the first time, Light Horizon. Can you tell me about that song? What went into writing that song?
Well, we're working on putting out another recording that we'll do in the fall, and so we had a little bit of time off in between when we put the record out and when we're playing again next. So we figured that now would be the time. Like, we'll get real busy in the summer. Now is the time to like write some new songs, and that one like really happened. Like, went together really quick, and we were really digging it, and everybody like had cool parts and just happened. And so we were just so excited about it that when we were going to do this, it was like, hey, this is what we've been working on too. So we'll play some off the record, and then we'll do this other thing. So yeah, I mean, we just decided to do it because it was fresh, and we're really excited about it.
What does Light Horizon mean? Can you guys define that for me?
It's the observable universe,
Deep.
right? Well, you know, I mean, I'd like to leave it open to interpretation. You know, it could be about whatever you want, but I thought that concept was really cool, and you know, came up with this chord progression and wrote some words about it, the idea of like, you know, whatever's important to you is the only thing that you can see, like that on the light horizons, like whatever that thing is, right? That's what you're thinking about. So that's all I can see.
Well, if you're feeling scared and alone, please know you can call me. I'll be there right away, dry the tears as you lay it all on me. We could get in your car, drive away and leave it all behind. We could stare at the sky, holding hands and seeing what we can find. But tonight, on the light horizon, you're all I can think about tonight. On the light horizon, we're all we can see. Well, there's a pain in my chest, how we get in this mess in the first place. Our lives were crossed, didn't know it would cost me my headspace. I gave you my heart in my hand, but you wanted my soul. And you said that it's just as well, or so I've been told. But tonight, on the light horizon, you're all I can think about tonight. On the light horizon, you're all we can see. Oh, and it's alright if we stay, we all get our way. And it's alright if we get and give it all away. And it's alright if we can't stay where you are. And it's alright if you get it wrong without thought. tonight on the light horizon. We're all we could see. But tonight on the light horizon, you're all I can think about tonight on the light horizon. We're all we can see. But tonight on the light horizon, on the light horizon, on the light horizon, we're all we can see.
You've got some big stuff coming up. Mike, tell me about what's going on.
We are going to be recording back in New York with guitar legend Earl Slick, who played on a lot of John Lennon and David Bowie stuff. He plays with the New York Dolls. I used to play drums with him many years ago, so we've remained friends since then. And I sent him our Oregon video when that came out, and he was blown away and said he was going to post it on his Facebook page, which was huge. And we had like 500 additional hits by the end of the day of the video just because of his bump. So beyond him liking what we're doing, when we were in LA a few months ago playing at the Whiskey A Go-Go, he got on the phone with me and said, I want to produce you guys. I want you guys to get back here and get in the studio with me. So we are in the process of working out the details to go back to New York to record with him and the other engineer that worked on the last David Bowie record as well. So, yeah.
And you're playing Guitars Under the Stars this summer.
That's really cool. There's a bunch of like really cool bands that are playing that, like Robert Cray and
Most Lonely Boys.
yeah, and the night that we're playing, Pat Travers is playing. Who's like, I don't know, he's super cool. We were talking about like, we played with him before, like in different bands over the years. Like he's just sort of this fixture, you know. Like every year he comes into town.
It's true.
But he's sort of a legend in the biz. So anyway, yeah, we're playing that, and we're just working on a bunch of other bookings. But the trick is like, you know, rather than trying to, play a ton of shows and get out there, like we're just trying to play like cool shows. It's got to make sense on some level, you know. It's got to be like cool exposure or just something that we're interested in, or playing with bands that we like or whatever. I mean, just, you know.
Quality over quantity.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, like we've only played like 10 shows ever, and you know they've been big, like sold out here in town and stuff like the Whiskey A Go-Go and stuff like that. It's like you don't want to go backward, you know, and so like we're just always looking for just cool stuff, whatever's going to be fun and new for us, and again like with bands we like, and you know. There's a lot of cool bands even here in town that we haven't had a chance to play with. So we're working that kind of stuff out, and you know, playing with national acts, and you know, and trying to get the word out about the record.
Where can we find you guys?
Well, you can find all of our information at our website, MetsRyanCollins.com. Has all of our like Facebook and Twitter and a bunch of videos and cool stuff, and links to where you can buy the recordings. So you know you can buy the stuff on iTunes, and we're on Spotify, cdbaby.com, and if you're in Portland, you can buy the disc at Music Millennium.
Yeah.
So Music Millennium, and and we have all of our show listings on the website as well. Most of them right now are in Oregon, but wherever you're at worldwide, you should just fly out. It's a fun town, so it'll be good.
Well, thank you guys so much for
You
sitting
bet.
down with me
Thank
tonight.
you for spending your birthday with us. Hey,
Yeah,
Happy
do
birthday.
you guys want to go get some drinks after this? You guys in?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, let's do this.
Thanks, guys.